What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video of LL Reacts. Hope y'all are doing well. Today is the day I give you guys my top 10 favorite Suicide Boys songs out of the projects we listened to, and at the end I will be giving you guys my favorite album. Now, we've listened to 9 projects so far, which I wanted it to be 10, but I did some terrible math, and I decided just to do 9. So the 9 projects we have listened to are Radical Suicide, I No Longer Feel the Razor, Guard My Heel Part 3, High Tides in the Snake's Nest, Antarctica, Gray Sheep 1, Gray Sheep 2, My Liver Will Handle My Heart Can't, and then I Want to Die in New Orleans, and Long-Term Effects of Suffering. Those are the 9 we have listened to so far. So all the songs that are in this top 10 list are from those projects only, just to give it a fair shot. I'm going to be doing this from now on, I think it's every 10 projects, and then I'll be doing it at the very end where I listen to everything. We'll be doing my top 10 songs from everything, which that's going to be peak video, as long as my least favorite. So, let's get into it. Also, before I get into my top 10 list, I have a few honorable mentions. Now, this first honorable mention is going to be a shocker because it's one of the most popular songs, and I did love it. But another honorable mention is going to be Carlton. I think it is probably 11. If I had to give you maybe a top 15, I think it'd be 11. But Carlton, Exodus, Do You Believe in God, Let It Burn, and if self-destruction was an Olympic event, I'd be Tiny Harding. 5 to 8 grand at streaming one, whatever, the one off Long-Term Effects of Suffering. That's also probably an honorable mention. There's a lot of good songs in these albums. But let's get into my top 10, with number 10 being Kill Yourself Part 3 off My Liver Will Handle My Heart Can't.
They figure me a dead motherfucker, but I'm just a motherfucker that wanna be dance. No liver with the lead in his head, turning me into his sweater. Bitches use me as a fucking best friend. I beat the silhouette of a sunset, smoke a cigarette while I compress. My depression staring to the violet, progressing lies, getting violent. I'm trying to get the highest I can get before all the dozen that. My ribs are nothing but an empty cage, black coal in my chest, big bang, I'm played on the tip of a wave. In my head I feel like I'm like a son, I'ma throw it all away, because when I am dead I will be nothing, decomposing in the grave. I'm mad but I don't matter, I can feel my skull shattered from the don't shatter, brain splattered on the wall, gray stains will dissolve, gonna have to paint it on.
Alright, that is my favorite verse off Kill Yourself Part 3. I hope I said Ruby. I don't know. It's just going to be a verse off it, the one I really like. Some of them I'll probably get mixed up with what I picked in the video. But a beautiful song. I still think it's one of their saddest, and maybe the saddest on this list. But it is a really good song to me. And I've always liked that song. And this is the one that got me into Suicide Boys. So nostalgia-wise, it gets a little bit of a boost. I think the reason it's number 10 and not higher is because I think of kind of the sadness of it. I get Suicide Boys, but the ones with, more energetic beats and voicing in that are the ones I generally favor and tend to like more. Now, number 9 is Memoirs of a Gorilla off Radical Suicide.
It's a serpent to death crawling under your skin. If I take a bet, you can guess who gon' win. I walk in the jacks without no protection. I function in hoods every city I'm in. I'm that great one gorilla out the concrete jump. Ducking from the dope cause I just shot a ball. Scarecrow make the chopper drum shots rumble. Scarecrow got the dope game from my uncle. Stepping for the drug double bitches. Better watch the side they can pick it. Snake star hissing, heads don't miss it. Rest in piss till the ones I'm killing. Teeth keep drilling, codeine spilling. Blood on my linen from the cuts. Never in the hot boys at the crib with a mouth full of scripts. Body bag zip when the gun hammer cook.
Alright, that is Memoirs of a Gorilla, at least some of it. I love the beat. That is one of my favorite hype songs by them, which they have a lot. But I think that is definitely a top 10 worthy song. It definitely fits the Radical Suicide vibe too. Such an amazing project. But I love the lyrics. I love the build up from the beat, and then the beat drops and Scream goes crazy. Ruby finishes off solidly well. I think if Ruby's verse was better, it would be higher on the list, but because it's not, That's why it is number 9. But still an awesome song. Now, number 8, another song, the first song on Radical Suicide, the first song we've ever listened to on this channel. Stop calling us horrorcore.
Got lots of mud, long start to flood. Middle finger to the judge, fangs filled with sludge. Cruising with Ruby down the block, got that gun hammer. Young cracker, I'm a cancer that keep getting better. They got a grape hanging from the state, floating above the lake. Forbidden from heaven's gates, ain't no choice to make. Stuck with these devilish traits, bitch won't fuck, I said it today. Took her backstage, call Young Plague, told him they trade this bitch on my face, yeah.
That is Stop Calling Us Horrorcore. Another great opening, one of their better openings and intros of these projects. I love the eerie vibe to all the songs of Radical Suicide. That's why it is still probably the smaller albums my favorite project. And you'll see maybe if it's my favorite project. You never know out of all of them. But I love the eeriness. Another one that just gets me hyped, gets me wanting to, move and gets me moving around my chair and dancing. Like, I love that song a lot. Now, at number 7, another song from Radical Suicide, which I said was my favorite from that very stat project, and that is Magazine.
I come through with helicopters, buku blades in hella chopper. Looking like a dollar be a dollar, be racing in the law. Who the fuck else there to stop? A bitch come through, blue face turn into new state, but at the original something like Luke Cage, slit the wrist off the seat. That will never be, bitch. The 7-1 low got a new day. But we be done non-existent through 8 personalities split. One half devil of the half dozen. Now who the fuck else wanna talk shit? Now who the fuck else wanna get ripped? Now who the fuck else think I'm a bitch? Come take a fucking shit. I swear that no God, you let them in the crib.
Alright, that is Magazine. I love that song. I think it has, that and More Gross have tied the best sample. I think they're both really, really good. But the reason it's above the other two songs and why it's higher is because of Ruby's verse. Scrims is good enough. Again, he's good enough, but Ruby's is super good. The I come through with helicopters, buku blades and head choppers. And then the beat, and then it gets sped up. I also, again, love the eerie vibe to these songs. That's why there's three of the 4 Radical Suicide songs are in the top 10. Also, I just realized I made a mistake. Of course, me. I forgot to fully get my planning done. And I actually only wrote 9 songs down. But I do know my 10th favorite song. So every song is bumped up. So Carousel Part 3 is number 9. Memoirs of Rose 8. Stop Calling Us Horrorcore is 7. Magazine is 6. And the number 10 spot, this was really hard, but is Diamonds off High Tides and the Snake's Nest. That is my number 10 favorite. But to number 5, at the number 5 spot is 10,000 Degrees off I Wanna Die in New Orleans.
Straight out of hell, ring the bells, like it's here to stay. Roaches and logos, they cover me, no we don't welcome me, follow me in your grave. Ain't got no protect me, cause I fear till the end of fucking times. That kingdom come, that will be done until you wonder who am I am the devil's son, born and raised, preaching suicide. Googly eyes, tell me more, okay? Praise the fucking devil, God can suck my dick, I score your plates. Making mountains crumble, glaciers melting, oceans swelling, I'm Lord of the Flakes. Wait a fucking minute, I got more to say. Threatening sore place, I'ma say nay, cause the tip of my sword blades to the floor, day low play, make a forte, speaking with the core, make homeboy games for war, we fight. Tigers golden, no way, hanging from the door, right with swords and saints. For war we pray, settle war the great. For war we pray, settle war the great. For war we pray, settle war the great. For war we pray.
Alright, that is 10,000 Degrees, my favorite song off of I Wanna Die in New Orleans. I know Carlton is really close second. I know it wasn't in this top 10, but it was a close second for that album. But 10,000 Degrees, it's a slight edge because Ruby's verse is better, in my opinion, than Strim's verse was in Carlton, which those are the best verses. And I think Strim's verse was better than Ruby's was. And I think Strim's verse in 10,000 Degrees was better than Ruby's in Carlton. I also like the beat a ton. And that sample, man, is sick. Lord, I'm not whatever that girl lady singing. Such a good song. got me super hyped for the album because it's one of the first songs on it, and overall, really, really solid pick. Definitely top 5 worthy song. At number 4, my favorite song off My Liver Will Handle, My Heart Can't is Fold.
Baby, bitch, I'm broke, I need some fucking tag. Got the young lady, but I beat the motherfucking web. Everything is gravy, place me safely in my fucking grave. I'm the shaking motherfucker, steady sipping lemonade. Renegade is lit, ain't got that Drake, my space just to get lit. Ain't no charade, tipping post down, I spun it. Faded in the Escalade, ain't afraid of escapades. I got the blade, a serenade, flay. Pocket full of breadcrumbs, bitch, I'm looking for the kid.
Alright, that is Fold. Another really depressing song off My Liver Will Handle, My Heart Can't. The reason that it is that high at number 4 is because of the violin. Now, I'm not saying the rest of the song is terrible by any means. I love Ruby's verse. I like Scrim's a lot too. Ruby starts really, really good. Scrim's ends really, really good. But that violin, that one of my favorite instrumental moments in their whole catalog that I've listened to. I love violins in music, especially when they're done really well. And this song is no exception. Now, this song, or the Fold and the number 3 song, were really close. It was hard to choose between. A lot of these songs, all these songs are amazing. The ranking isn't even that big of a difference. Like, the gaps between each song is really tough. And it's hard to rank all these. But number 3 might have potentially my favorite instrumental moment with the saxophone. And All That Glitters Is Not Gold, but it's still damn beautiful off I No Longer Fear the Razor Guarding My Heel, Part 3.
Yeah, player, on my teeth go, damn player, I still can't sleep though, yeah, player, I be that sheep beater, wolf creeper, but the skies, that's the grim reaper, sad player, I be that sad player, damn player, thought you was money making, yeah, player, don't change that, I'm forsaken, great player, third razor, left at you bitches hating, yeah, player, my people's dilating, dope shot up in my veins, I'm feeling nauseated, lawbreaker, I'm trying to feel alive, make sure my teeth go when I'm filled up with formaldehyde, suicide.
Alright, that is All That Glitter is Not Gold, but still damn beautiful. I love the saxophone. I'm a big fan of the start. Scrim's verse was like, yeah, player. On my teeth, go, damn player. I stuck a seat, though, yeah, player. And then the end of Ruby's verse is really good. That beat throughout the whole thing is perfect in my opinion. And definitely a song, one of those songs, like a lot of these though, where I can listen to it on repeat. Or not repeat, but I can listen to it every day and not really have an issue. And now at the number 2 spot, a fan favorite, I think, is Mount Sinai off High Tides in the Snake's Nest.
Yo, smoking motherfucker, don't come around me with no bait. Got your bitch under the cover, sucking on me like a bait. It's the hero of the dog, but I don't ever wear a cape. Take a pic and then I spark it to the blunt evaporate. They know the bait was suicide. Too deep when I ride. Ruby getting out for the pills that I supply. The screws are bound, flat tires in a 06 Chevy. Looking like I'm Bloody Mary, sipping codeine and berry. I'm down the dark when I smoke up and I'm creeping like Frank. Raising the chopper right at your face and after that I go blank. Cause sick of that off the hinges with syringes shooting up my veins. Rather be left alone, I don't care to know your name, ho.
Alright, sorry y'all. I've been shrinking the camera, like the webcam, so that way you guys can see the album cover or whatever, but I lost the webcam, so I'm just not gonna have it for that in this video, which is fine because it's almost over. But that is Mount Sinai, and I just realized I leaked the next song, but my favorite song out of, by the way, the reason why I love Mount Sinai, both verses are great. I love like how they like sing before the big beat drop, and then the beat drops, and they both go super hard on it. Pause. Detection, I think the best beat drop in out of all the songs. Top 3 beat, I think, in all the songs. Definitely an all-time favorite for me as well. And it was a huge reason why I liked High Tide Sing as much as I did, which I didn't even like it that much, but it was a big reason for what I did like. Now, my favorite song, as you guys can see, I'm really staring at it. It is Avalon, off the most recent project we listened to, which was Long Term's Effects Suffering. I love the song. It's one of my first songs I really truly loved. I've always liked it. I think the beat is great, and Ruby's verse is amazing. Scrim's verse is awesome. And overall, an amazing list every time.
I bet. Send me the fucking natty and I'll see y'all in a second. Keys to the fleet with caddy, push to start the 911. Drowdy bitch, you crazy, yeah, they always trying to date me, trying to save me. It's all because I suck a titties like a baby. Make me all you want, better watch your back, I never front. You a products, I got the bunch, ain't nothing changed except the chunk. Knock the piss out of pussy boy, trust. Snort a 30 off the 40, let it bust. Give me bread, watch how quick I start to duck. I put Fenty on the toes, she put 50 in my cup. What with all this racket, what the fuck with all this fuss? We be unapproachable, but still they bomb rush. Oh my, suicide, you're that guy. You're that guy who wanna die, what's your sign? She a 9, personality borderline. She tried to stand me up, but I dicked her down and bent her spine.
Alright, that is Avalon. A perfect song, in my opinion. 10 out of 10 song. But that is my top 10 list. Sorry there's no face cam. I actually lost the face cam on my OBS, and I can't find it. And I really don't know OBS very well enough to point how I can get it back. So that is Avalon. I got the face cam back. That is Avalon. A perfect song in my opinion. A lot of these are really, really, I think, perfect song. But yeah, that is my top 10 favorite songs by Suicide Boys we've listened to so far on this channel. Let me know what you guys think, and drop in the comments your thoughts. Also, before I forget, my favorite album, this is really hard. I'm gonna say I Wanna Die in New Orleans, but Radical Suicide is definitely my favorite out of... Like, if we're doing all projects, I think I Wanna Die in New Orleans is one because of all the songs, and it's bigger. Radical Suicide is number 2. I give it a 5 out of 5. I definitely think it's the best of the smaller albums, but I Wanna Die in New Orleans has more songs and more depth and all that. But yeah, that is my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. The next episode of my 10 least favorite songs, which I got 9 of them, and then I got to figure out 10 songs to put in the list, and then I got to listen to them and figure out which one is actually my least favorite. That's why I did my favorite songs. That one's hard. There's a lot of misses on that list, though. And then my least favorite album, which I already know what it is. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.